Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and in this video we're going to have an understanding about relation and function. Let's have our agenda in this video. First one is to illustrate, verify, and determine. Illustrate the relation and function, verify given relation is a function, and determine the dependent and independent variables. Some definition. So we have now relation. A relation, it is a set of ordered pairs. And then we have what we call the domain. And the domain is known as, in a relation, is the set of first coordinates. And the range is the set of second coordinates. So technically, all x's are the domains and all y's are your range. In this part, we need to identify now what is relation. A relation could be identified or could be represented by a table of values. So we have the values of x and y, as you can see here. So you can see this is now the value of your x. So the value of x are 2, negative 1, 5, and negative 2. Technically, this is now the value or your domain. And then the second value is your range. So those are 3, 0, negative 3, and negative 4. So that's how you represent now a relation using a table of values or merely table. Another one is what we call a set of ordered pairs. So as a definition for relation, it's an ordered pair. So technically the ordered pair 2, 3, negative 1, 0, 5, negative 3, negative 2, negative 4. Once again, all the x's or the first element of each ordered pair are your domain, and the second one, the second elements of all your ordered pair are your range. Another way to represent now a relation is known as the mapping. It maps from the first value to the second value. So all the set of the first value are your x's. These are your domain. And then it maps going to y, or the second value of your ordered pair. So that's now a mapping. And also you can recognize a relation by using a graph. So these are a graph. Their graph could be set of points because these are set of ordered pairs, or is the continuous continuity with a graph with a line. As you can see, it's continuous. It's a series of many lines. This is like there are distance that you can see. However, these are graphs. Okay. Now let's have now what is a function. It's a relation in which each element of the domain corresponds to exactly one element of the range. So technically, you cannot have two values in one x. So we'll discuss that in some of the terms here. Let's look at now a function given now a what we call a types of the relation. The first one is one-to-one. As you can see, here's an example. All your x's and all your y's are here. There is a corresponding one value for each x and for each x. So for 2, that's 3. For 4, that's 6. For 6, that's 12. 8, and that would be 24. So another one to look at it is many to one. So a many to one relation, it turns out to be a function because as you can see, all the value of x is corresponding to one value of y. That's why it's many to one. Now, another way to look at now a relation is one to many. So you have now negative 3 to 5, and then another negative 3, you have 2, then 5, 4 to 1. So as you can see, there's a one value, but however, many values of y. Now, in this kind of relation, which one or which of the among the following is a function? As you can see, this one to one is a function, many to one is a function, and one to many is not a function. It's merely a relation. Okay? Another. Another way to look at now a function is using a vertical line test. If the function or if a relation is represented by a graph, you may use now a vertical line. Make sure if you have a vertical line, there is only one intersection of the graph with the vertical line. Let's have this example. As you can see, this is a line, And you put now a vertical line. As you can see, this is now a vertical line. And there is only one intersection that's happening. If there's only one intersection, it is a function. Another one, let's have this one. This is a graph. And then there's only one intersection of the line again in the graph, which is the color green one. So it means it's a function. Another, this is now a graph. As you can see, the graph is this one, the green one. And then we put now a vertical line. And there's two intersection, one here and another here. So this is a mere relation. So as you can see, this is now a function, and this is not a function. Let's talk about variables. So when it comes to relation and function, there are two main variables that we're using. Technically, the first one is independent variable, which is the input value in a function. And then the dependent variable is the output value in a function. In the next video, when we work out with function, we will have now what we call the how to evaluate now a function. So let's continue discussing variables. We have no variables in this case. A kilo of banana is 60 pesos. As you can see, this is an example in real life where there is a function. So let's talk about independent variable. The independent variable there is a kilo of banana because the variable kilo of banana works as a independent one to know how much is you're going to pay. So technically, your dependent would be the cost of banana. So for example, if I have 1 kilo of banana, I will have a cost of 60 pesos. If I have 2 kilos of banana, you have now 120 pesos. So technically, the world would work with that. The independent would be the number of banana towards to the amount or the cost of banana. I hope you learned something about understanding relation and function. If you have any questions, just plug in the question below. And I hope you learned something with this one. Have a great day, everyone.